Alright, so I'm going to cover some basic setup options that you can go through to uh, customize the way SolidWorks works for you, and in some cases will make things easier for you as well. And I will also touch on a few things that um, would be nice to have, and we will talk about where they would be useful at a later date. But we'll go ahead and talk about where to set those up so that they can be used at a later date. So to start with, on the screen is what SOLIDWORKS looks like uh, in the educational version, which I will be using through all of my videos. Um, This is the default screen when you start up SOLIDWORKS. So the first thing is this SOLIDWORKS resources window that just kind of, it can be moved around or and whatnot, but no matter where you move it, it's going to be in the wrong place sometime. So what I like to do is just click here and dock the pane, and then I leave the pin like this so that when I click out here in the drawing space, it disappears. Not entirely, of course, because we have these tabs that we can go back to when we need to have those. Next, we'll come up here, and this drop-down menu is not always visible because this pin needs to be changed, and now it will stay displayed all the time as we go to these drop-down menus quite a bit, and it's kind of a pain if that pin is like this and you have to go here and then scroll over. So I like to have that pin set to where it displays all the time. And then now we'll go to the options, and that'll bring up this window, and we'll just kind of go down the list from the top, um, highlighting the major ones for now. Now we may come back here and touch on some at a later time that we didn't set, but for now let's just start going down the list. And the first one we want is actually file locations. Here it's a good idea to set this location to um, your flash drive or to the desktop if you're using a school computer. Now, if you're on your personal home computer or a laptop, then this is not necessary because the templates, um, the document templates here, will be in the same location no matter what. But if you create your own templates, you don't want them stored on the hard drive because the school computers will restart every night and then your stuff is gone. So by by setting a location to the desktop, you can drop your templates on the desktop, and then they then it will recognize them. Or if you set this location to your flash drive at the beginning of class, then it will find the templates from your flash drive. Alright, so then we go down to the feature manager. Now some of these we're going to set not for use right now, but so that we can access them at a later time. And if you just have this set then you can go back there at a later time. Um, Unfortunately, I don't know of a way at this moment to save all of these settings, so this might be something that we set um, when it comes time to use these features, unless, like I said, you're using your home computer or laptop. This design binder, it's set to automatic right now, and so most of the time that's not going to show up unless you have something that it's using. So we want to show that so that we can use it. And next we're going to come over here to the default planes. By default, all of the planes show up, and and by show, that means that they are visible. Now, as you know, we can go and hide the planes so they're not visible when we don't want to show them, but sometimes it's nice to have those hidden right from the start, and we don't even have to worry about hiding them all the time, which I like to have mine hidden, so I'm going to change mine to hide. And the last one that we may talk about far down the list. It might even be a topic after the semester is over. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel and continue watching videos that I upload, I may come back after the end of the semester and talk about the design table feature within Solidworks. But that's either an automatic or hide, so we'll leave it as automatic. But we will come back and talk about that at some time, but it might be a while. So next we want to come down to View, and really the only thing here that we really want to change, unless you really want to change your mouse speed or something to that effect while using SolidWorks, then you can do that here. But they're already set to fast, and unless you want to slow it down, that's where you want it to be. But the big one is right here. Reverse mouse wheel zoom direction. If you're used to AutoCAD and you like the way the mouse wheel will zoom in and out as you use AutoCAD, and you want the same direction using SolidWorks, then you need to check this box. By default, SolidWorks comes in and it's not checked. So we check that box and it will reverse the mouse wheel direction, which in terms of AutoCAD, that just means that it makes it match AutoCAD. And then we come down, back up and recover. This is an awesome feature that if you have this set up, then you don't have to worry as much about losing information if you step away from the computer and your computer restarts. What you do is you set this location to your flash drive. In fact, if I just do that, now it's set to the root directory of my flash drive. You may want to have a folder designated specifically for backups, and then make sure this box is checked, and then set a time for, whoops, 0 minutes won't work, but if you set that time for every minute or every 5 minutes or something to that effect, it will save a copy, a backup, in this folder. And so that will help keep you from accidentally losing losing information if your computer restarts on you and you were not aware that it did that. And as we look down through the list, oh, I missed one. display. Here we go, display selection, and down at the bottom we want to make sure that projection type is set to third angle. By default, SolidWorks seems to think that first angle is what we want, and we don't want that. Here in the US and in other countries as well, we use third angle projection. If you are dealing with drawings and models from a country that uses first angle projection, you can set that to first angle, and by default it will create those for you. And so that concludes this setup video for the topics so far. I will continue to try to maybe add to this video, or maybe add other videos for different setups. I will also continue to add more videos to this channel, and if you'd like, feel free to subscribe and send me an email with a request of maybe a demonstration video that you'd like to see in SolidWorks, and I will do my best to get that video created in order to try to help with learning how to use SolidWorks for engineering purposes. Well, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it helps.